It was a rainy night in New York City. 2015. Michael Harris, a 32-year-old engineer, came home late after a long shift. As he stepped into his apartment, something felt wrong. The front door was half open, the lights were off, and the silence was unsettling. When he switched on the light, his world collapsed. The furniture was shattered, bloodstains covered the floor, and his wife Emily lay lifeless on the carpet. Their 6-year-old daughter Sophia was gone. Michael screamed her name again and again, Sophia, but all he could hear was his own echo bouncing off the walls. On the floor lay her favorite toy bunny, torn and abandoned. The police came, wrote their reports, and called it a robbery gone wrong. But Michael knew it wasn't just random violence, because on the wall, painted in red, were chilling words. This is just the beginning. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. The case went cold, but Michael's heart burned hotter than ever. Every night he wrote in his diary, "I will find you." He refused to believe Sophia was gone. He refused to accept that Emily's murder was meaningless. This wasn't justice. This was personal. Michael dove into the darkest corners of the internet, slipping into hacker forums and underground crime networks. He created fake identities, tracked conversations, and followed every trace of blood money flowing through the city. And after a year of obsession, he found them. A brutal gang known as the Black Vultures. They trafficked, killed, and vanished without a trace. And one of their leaders had the exact same tattoo Michael had seen on a blurry CCTV frame from that night. His instincts were right. Michael transformed himself. The man who once fixed machines became a weapon himself. He spent nights at the gym, learning combat and firearms from ex-soldiers. By day, he was invisible. By night, he stalked the shadows, gathering every detail about the Black Vultures. Then came the twist that fueled his rage. Even more, he discovered Sophia was still alive, hidden away in one of their secret facilities. But Michael didn't want a simple fight. He wanted revenge so calculated, so terrifying, that it would make them fear the very air they breathed. Using his engineering skills, he disguised himself as a maintenance worker and secretly planted surveillance devices inside the gang's headquarters. For weeks, he studied their movements, their weaknesses, their paranoia. And then the game began. One by one, members of the Black Vultures began to disappear. A car brake failure, a gas leak explosion, an elevator cable snapping in the middle of the night. To the world, these were accidents. To the gang, it was a curse. But to Michael, it was justice, delivered piece by piece. After every death, a note was left behind, written in blood-red ink, an eye for an eye. Victor Kane, the ruthless leader of the gang, grew restless. His empire was collapsing, his men were vanishing, and he had no idea who was hunting them. Until the day he finally came face to face with Michael Harris. Victor sneered, "You destroyed everything I built. For a little girl?" Michael stared into his eyes, cold and steady. "Not for her. For every night she cried without me. For every breath you stole from my family." Victor reached for his gun, but he was too late. The ground beneath him gave way and he fell into a steel cage, one that Michael had built with his own hands. Slowly, water began filling the chamber. Victor pounded the bars, screamed curses, but nothing could save him. Michael didn't need a bullet. He wanted Victor to drown in his own fear, powerless, the way his victims once felt. Michael found Sophia in a hidden basement, weak but alive. He wrapped his arms around her, tears streaming down his face. She clutched her old toy bunny tightly, the same one she had dropped on that night of terror. Father and daughter walked out of the darkness together. As they stepped into the morning light, Michael's diary slipped from his pocket. Its last page fluttered open in the wind. Written in trembling ink were the final words of his long journey. "Revenge isn't justice. It's survival."